You always make me feel like, oh yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to a fun video. Today we are setting up and organizing a homeschool room for my children from start to finish. We are changing this room from a scarcely used office into the perfect space for homeschooling. So I have a lot of fun organizing, construction, and decluttering to share with you today. So stick around for the full transformation. I absolutely love how this room turned out. All right, guys, so this is the room that we are transforming today. It is an office space, and if you guys watch my channel, you know that we've been debating on what to do in here, so we've kind of done nothing. The walls just have a couple kind of random things hung up, whiteboards, but it's pretty bare. And it's going to be a fun transformation. So behind the door here, I have this little space I'm gonna try to utilize as well. And then I'm going to take out these 3 shelves, which clearly just have books set on them. It's not even styled or anything. And I'm actually gonna add some different shelving. This closet is basically just like a storage closet. I'm gonna open it up. It's a little bit of a nightmare, but we're gonna take this door off today and add shelving. Let me show you in here. You'll see. So this is gonna be totally transformed. I think the first thing I'm going to do is take the door off and start painting in here. But here's the overview from when you walk in. Stick around for the transformation. All right, guys, so the first thing I'm doing is taking everything out of the closet. This has definitely been used as a storage closet. I have everything from childhood things in here, ironing board, fall decoration, probably old paperwork from 20 years ago. But today is the day we are turning this room into the homeschool room, and I'm so excited to take you guys along with me today. So once the closet is empty, I'm going to paint it first. So I'll be doing some taping and removing the one shelf that is in here, pulling out all of those nails and screws. The color that I'm painting the closet is just the same as the walls that are already painted in this room. I'm using the Behr paint and primer, and the color is Ashton Tan. So this color looks really nice on the wall. So if you like it, that's the name of it, Ashton Tan. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start painting, and I actually had to wait for my husband to bring me the little spackling kit drywall repair because I forgot to get that. And so I'll let those patches dry and then continue to paint the walls. We're going to be adding some shelving in here and removing the door. So this will just be an open space for all of the supplies and things to be organized. You'll see in a minute here the shelving that we went with, and everything that we bought for this room today is from Home Depot. That's kind of our go-to place. I don't know if you guys like to use a local place or if you like Lowe's better. We tend to just use Home Depot because it is the closest one to our house, so we usually can find everything we need there. But anyway, before I go on, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Kristen. Welcome. I make a ton of homemaking videos. Today's video is more of a room transformation, but really I do a ton of cooking, cleaning, organizing. I homeschool my children. I love to make Sunday reset videos and just, homemaking motivation videos. So click the subscribe button if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Check out my channel. I'd love to have you join my community. Okay, so after taking off these small shelves that really served no purpose in this room, I'm going to repair the wall and paint the holes, and I'll be hanging up 3 24-inch floating shelves here that will make much more sense on this wall. But while that paint is drying, we're going to start adding the shelving into the closet. So I decided on putting 4 shelves in this closet, and I measured them out to be The first two are going to be 20 inches apart, and the next two, or the top two, are going to be 18 inches apart. And that was just based off of my needs. I have a lot of things that are taller, certain learning toys and things that you'll see at the end of this video that I just wanted to have a lot of space for on the bottom. And on the top, I wanted to use more for curriculum and things like that. So they all kind of look like they're the same amount apart, but they are a little bit different. So these shelves we ended up buying, of course, from Home Depot. Like I said, we're going to add the brackets on them and then hang them up. And let's be honest, guys, my husband and I were fighting and then laughing, fighting and then laughing. Anytime we do a project together, we definitely butt heads for sure. I'm sure you guys can understand that. But at one point, the heavy metal level fell off and hit me in the forehead. I thought it cut my forehead open, but I was okay. I just had a bruise on my forehead the next day. But that's just how it goes. Somebody always gets hurt during a home project. But anyway, I think these shelves came out amazing, and they are definitely going to serve me so much purpose in this room for homeschooling for years and years to come. So I'm very happy with how these shelves came out. Okay, so it's time to remove the rest of the things off of the walls and do some touch-ups, and then I'm going to move some furniture around, start putting some new furniture together. And I kept going back and forth with the desk that I wanted to purchase for my two children. If you're new to my channel, I have a soon-to-be 5-year-old and a soon-to-be 3-year-old. So I'm at the very beginning stages of homeschooling where, it's still pretty much a lot of play, very little curriculum. So I was debating on whether or not getting one of those desks that are more like a craft desk where they are facing each other. Martha Stewart has a really beautiful one, and I had it in my cart for weeks, and I just kept going back and forth. But I ended up going with a double desk that is side by side that goes up against the wall that you'll see here. And this was also purchased from Home Depot, but I believe they have the same desk on Wayfair and a couple other sites. I'm not sure the brand. I'll have to link it down below if you're interested. But I was really thinking long-term in this room for the desks in particular, because they already have a table that's a dry erase craft table that they do a lot of things on in the house. If you've seen my older homeschool videos or my playroom, and then they have a table outside as well that's for painting and all of the things. So, I wanted to get something that felt more like a little bit more of a grown-up desk for them, something that they can really do their academics on, because we do have so many other play spaces and tables all throughout the house and outside already. So my goal for the room overall was to think long-term with certain things, but to also still make it very cute and very age appropriate. You see the bookshelf that I purchased is very adorable for little ones, but I was thinking long term. So the room to start is very neutral with all of the colors that I chose and the furniture. And now I need to add in a lot of color because I want the room to feel whimsical, magical, a fun place that the kids want to be in there and enjoy being in there. So that was kind of the challenge with everything being so neutral. So you'll see by the end of this video, I think I definitely accomplished that. But this video thus far is really just getting the bones of the room. Everything is neutral, practical. But as you can see, this tree bookshelf is so adorable. This was actually a purchase from Amazon, and I felt that I really needed something like a statement piece that's very kid-friendly with all of the other furniture being very neutral. And then here is the double desk. I just have to set up their chairs for them, and I love how it looks so far. This is going to be my desk, obviously, and now I have all of this beautiful shelving, and I just need to get organizing. So let's jump into it.
I wanna do it all with you by my side. If you're in, meet me here tonight. Be brave and come along. I'll be your ride. Promise we don't need no brake lights. We just say yes. Choose to do whatever comes next. This or that, getting drunk on whiskey on a Tuesday night, or drinking red wine by an open fire, make love or fight. This or that. This or that, evenings on the train or catch a morning flight, enjoying dinner until midnight, or bed by night. This or I wanna see it all. Find the northern lights, see the stars in the open wild.
All right, guys, so I'm getting into full-on organizing mode now. I am loving this welcome to our classroom sign. I think it's so cute in here, and I also added a classroom clock. I know a lot of people do not want their homeschool room to feel like a classroom. They kind of want to move away from it feeling like school, but for someone like me, I'm a details person. Those are some of the only things I remember from my childhood are the little details in some of my classrooms growing up. I really don't remember that much from elementary school. I'm 40 years old, but I do remember certain little things that my teachers put up. And I remember the clock, and I remember, just some of those details. So to me, those things are cute and they matter. But I have to say, styling this little tree bookshelf with some of my children's books and stuffed animals was so fun for me. My kids actually helped. I didn't film them, but they really enjoyed doing it too. They love this little tree shelf. It's so cute. And then I also decided to add some of those wall bookshelves in that space. Like I said, behind the door, I wanted to try to utilize as much space as I could in this room. So I'm adding some of those bookshelves, which is nice because the kids can see the front of the covers to pick out their books for story time. And I hung our little school calendar behind the door here so that I can utilize this wall as well. Just shut the door, and there we have a little space here. Something I want to say about organizing is you don't have to fall into the trap of always buying something new every time you do an organizing project or something in your house. And then also, don't think that once you've designated items into like one bin, you can't ever change that. Here I am. It's the perfect example. I'm taking off these labels that I once used for my Cricut papers and some random office supplies. And I don't feel tied down to that just because I labeled them. I'm going to rip these off. I'm using these for Magnetiles and some of the other toys for the kids to put on the bottom shelf in the closet. But if you've watched my videos over the last couple of years, I am constantly repurposing things, especially organizers, caddies, things like that. And I just wanted to bring this up because I think a lot of people get stuck when they want to change things around their house and they feel like, well, I already put this here. So for example, people will put their silverware in their drawer in their kitchen and it'll just stay there for 30 years because it's like, well, that's where the silverware is. That's where I decided to put it when I moved in. And it's like, you can move it around. You can change things up, especially over the years. You're the one who lives in your house. You can figure out where you want to put things and so forth. But I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of people have like a mental block when it comes to organizing and starting projects like this one that I'm doing here in this video. And I'm just saying, don't feel like you have to buy a million new, organizers and caddies and things like that from Amazon. Switch things out throughout the house and just find what makes sense.
the advice there is, and none of it has helped. Experience has made me realize that I won't build my life on empty words. Being so damn naive, it only hurts. I'm so tired of love songs, life never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs, I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you.
All right, so here are the desk chairs that I picked out for my children for this two-sided desk. The gray is going to be for my son, the preschooler, and the hot pink is going to be for my daughter, the kindergartner. And these chairs were 2 for $80 from Home Depot, and I thought that was a really good price. What can you get for $40 anymore? But anyway, here we go. This is the final overview of the room. First of all, this room gets so much more natural light than the other room that we were using for their playroom / homeschool room. I just think it turned out perfect for what we need this year for my pre-K and kindergartner. So I love the ABC wooden sign. I didn't want to get rid of that for quite a while. And the bookshelf, I just think gives such a fun, kid-friendly environment, and they love picking their stories from here. A lot of times we will take our story time outside right now because we do live in Florida. The weather's so perfect right now. But they also have their 2 little cushion chairs that you'll see in a few minutes here that they like to pull out and sit in front of the bookshelf, and I can read to them or they can look at books on their own. So cute. All right, and then over to the white cabinet. I did organize the things down here. I didn't show you guys this. I didn't think it was very interesting. Everything had already been in bins, and I just tidied up in here. A lot of fun little toys and school supplies. And then up here we have some books, my son's favorite Animal Kingdom little jungle that he loves to play with every day. We have our clock up here, more books, and a game. And of course we have our fun pirate ship that they love to play with up here. And then over here, I have this little white stand here that I just put my computer top here too. I use my laptop for most everything, but I thought I could use this if we needed like a big screen to show them certain videos or things. And then I am loving the desk that I purchased for them. While I'm editing this video, I've already started homeschooling in here. It's super cute. All of these drawers have different things in them. My son's busy book, we have crayons, coloring books, my daughter's little learning to tie her shoe box, and I'm sure these drawers will evolve over time. The older that they get, I'm just enjoying this little stage that they're in right now. It's so cute. And then I love having the whiteboard above my kindergartner's desk, and then the little ABC flashcards down here are for my son. He just learned his letters, and he's going to start working on his letter sounds, and he's obsessed with animals, so of course we got him more animal pencils over here. And then you can see I put the whiteboard that we had in the office over here. It's going to be used for like math, and then underneath it I have this math cart. Again, my daughter's almost 5, so she's really just learning a lot of math concepts right now. And so I just wanted to have a fun little cart here to make math look fun, right? Because, I don't know, when you're this age, math is fun. I didn't always think math was fun, so I wanted it to be colorful and look cute. Of course, I have the little pre-K globe from Lakeshore Learning that I've shared in many of my videos. I love Lakeshore Learning. And then I like how my desk looks out the window. These are 2 chairs that I was talking about from Lakeshore Learning, the cushion chairs that they can pull out. All right, guys, and then here we are for the shelves. The top shelf still looks a little cluttered right now. I need to kind of maybe organize things a little bit better up there. I have all of the labeled bins on the left that are a lot of their things, and now I need to figure out, you know, I have some of my Cricut things in here because this is still my office as well. And then on the next shelf, this is like the main shelf for workbooks, curriculum. And then down here we have paint, some other bins, Play-Doh, more paper, flashcards, just extra things like that. And then the bottom 2 shelves are going to be for grab and pull toys for my children, bins full of learning activities, things like that. And so these are the perfect height for them to just grab and pull things out. And guys, I love these little 24-inch shelves that we put up. They actually serve a purpose. They have like their bulletin board with their pins. I put my Cricut up there, it fit perfectly. And then I put the Google home screen here for us. Again, if I want to play a video for them or put on music, that's perfect. And then this little rainbow caddy, also from Lakeshore Learning, if you guys are interested. I think it's so cute and adds such a nice little colorful touch to the room here. And then we have the keyboard down here. And then over here on the door, I put up this, it says schedule. So I want to think of something fun to write on here. Maybe write like reading, writing, math, and sunshine or something. I don't know. Something cutesy like that. But anyway, what do you guys think of the room? What are your thoughts? Leave me a comment down below. I'm so happy with how everything came out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a long video, so thank you so much for watching until the end, and I will see you next time.
I see the light shining on the stage. This is what I